Hello, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to say a massive thanks to everyone who has subscribed, watched and commented. I was excited when I hit sort of 20 views. I didn't expect any more than that, and that would have been a stretch, but to get like 8 times that amount, it just blows my mind. So thank you so much. Just quickly, question for you if you don't mind. Please leave your answer in the comments. I was planning on doing weekly uploads, mostly to show my work in progress, and I was wondering if it's something that you would be interested in seeing sort of that often, especially as I will be posting daily updates on my new Instagram account, and just wondering if that was sort of overkill to do both. Today's video will be about my storage, mostly my floss storage or thread storage, because I don't have any other projects on the go yet. The ideal storage for me, I have quickly come to realize that you don't necessarily have to be bound by what certain things are particularly created for. I don't know how much sense that's going to make. Pretty much you don't have to use something for the use it's intended. That's a better way of saying it. I couldn't find a cross-stitch storage that was working for me, so I have created my own with an office product. I am sorry, I actually meant to mention, still on my webcam because my cord hasn't arrived. And thinking about it, I'm pretty sure my webcam's better quality than my camera, so anyway, we'll get to that later. Office supplies, sorry about the glare, try and get it. It's one of those index file holder things. I did get the biggest size, which I think holds 8 by 5 inch cards. Pretty sure that's what it was. We don't work in inches here, so anyway, so what I have done, so just move you a little bit, I made my own cards because I wanted something a little thicker and I didn't want the lines on it. And this is the first one I made. I haven't got these two threads, obviously. I've put the number range on the top here, and when I have more than one, I can see it there and go to directly what I need. It is double-sided, and I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. It worked exactly as I thought of it in my mind, and not many things do that, so I didn't have to tweak it at all, but it just happened. So that's what it is. I can still just put, they're still in the little individual bags. Sorry about the glare. So I can take the colour I need, take it with me for if I want to stitch outside the house. I don't have to take my full thread storage, just a couple of colours that I need. So yeah, I'm excited to see that grow. As I said, I've only had a chance to make 2 cards because this week has just been insane. It's one thing after the other. With my other threads, I've kind of done a little bit more with them. I've just put them into bigger bags with the colour range that the card will be once they're on it. So that's my thread storage. Need 57 cards, so looking at how much room to take up, I'm probably going to need a couple of the boxes, but that's okay. Just quickly move on and show you a couple of other things I've got, so it's not like a 2-minute video. I have a pencil case, and inside it is the Q-snap frame. Not that it's the official Q-snap, but I'm not going to get into semantics. And again, because apparently I can't use anything the way it's supposed to be, I found this at my local office store. As you can see by the little tag here, it's supposed to be for pencils, but don't little tag. This is now my cross-stitch carry-around. So if I want to do my cross-stitch on the go, and all projects will actually be stored in here as well around the home unless I'm working on them, just because it's small, it's compact, it takes up no room whatsoever. And once you open the Velcro, it's got 2 little sections. So section up here, little mesh, it's got a zip. Inside I keep my needles, some thread. This is the thread at the moment that I'm gridding with. It's taking a while. Some little scissors and then a little container to put the cut threads in, because I am actually going to save the cut-offs for this project. I don't know if I'll save it for all. I do have a little cute container that will sit like that. Hopefully they'll all fit, but while I'm out and about, I'll just put it in this one. Fits into the case, no worries. I've got here on a little clear, like this one is actually clear, but I have put a photo of the project it is. This one, as you can see, is fairy bubbles. I'm a little irritated by it. I didn't shrink it quite enough because I can't work in inches and it confused me. So I'm probably going to shrink it further and print it again, because I actually have to cut off some of the top and bottom of the design. But then on that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it without glare. There you can see I've got the name of the project and then start and finished, just for curiosity, so I can see how long something takes me. And then when I'm finished, this will be kept and I'll put that somewhere, scrapbook it or in one of my journals. And then if I do have multiple projects on the go, I just have to open up to see what photo, rather than trying to open all of the Ada and figure out. And speaking of Ada, I'm not finished gridding. I'm quite annoyed because I wanted to be finished to start August 1st. I'm not going to, but it's finished enough that I can start, so that's something at least. I'm going to have to stand up and move back to be able to show you in the full frame where I've gotten to. So, and you can't even see. That's how big the Ada is. And then just put a little cross to mark the grid. There's got to be a better way of saying it. Still a little concerned that it's going to pull out. I did have one come out when I was gridding, but I think that was my stupidity. So hopefully if I'm careful, I'll be able to stitch with it. But yeah, so I don't know how well you could have seen that. I've done all of the top to about halfway. The halfway mark is here, and so this is really hard to do on webcam. So I'm 2 rows short of getting to halfway. But yeah, as I said, as irritating it is that I'm not going to be finished, I only need this much done for my first. So I can start off tomorrow, which is technically today because I'm uploading on the 1st, but I'm recording it on the Thursday. So I'm going to start stitching this at midnight on the 1st, and I'm very excited because it's been a bit of a build-up for me. Yeah, so I'll just grid when I'm able to stitch, but not necessarily able to give it any attention with the counting and actually stitching, if that makes sense, because the gridding is really easy. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but because I did the border, I don't actually have to count every 10, I just have to line up the needle, so that's very handy. Might leave it at that today so I don't bore you with another half-hour long video. If there's any questions about any of my methods, as I do have to create more thread storage, if you want I can sort of record myself making one and upload that. You can please leave a comment down below with how often you think I should upload. I know a couple of you aren't on Instagram, and I'm sure many of you don't actually follow my account on Instagram, which I'll put here and a link down below. But yeah, is weekly updates too much? I can, I guess, bring it back a little bit, or only upload when I've got something specific to show, but I'm going to stop rambling because I have a habit of rambling, and I'll see you next week.